Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome to the YMCA 5-Day Yoga Challenge. This is day 4 of the Yoga Challenge. So today we'll be working on a pose called Wild Thing. It's one of my favorite poses to do. It's very opening and it takes a lot, right? But it's also very giving. It's very expressive and very opening. So go as far as you can always. We're going to do a couple of things just to warm ourselves up towards it, but please make sure you do the warm-up video that's there as well, just so that you could do the warm-up to get yourself to this point where we're going to continue on from. All right, so we're going to start in our downward facing dog. So just come to your mat, come all the way down to the floor. You can come to hands and knees first, wrists underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press back into your down dog, and breathe. Just nice deep inhales, deep exhales. When you're ready, you'll lift the right leg up, get the stretch through the legs, keep the hips squared off and breathe. Step the right foot in between your hands, come into your lunge and open it up into your warrior 2. So just settle into your warrior 2, knee over the ankle, shoulders down, reach through the tips of the fingers. Take your reverse, turn the right palm up, lift and lengthen and reach on up. Get that full stretch through the side of the body. Inhale, come back into warrior 2 and take your prep, side angle, right angle. And again, you can either stay here or come into your full pose, sweeping the arm over the ear. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor, step back into your down dog. On your inhale, you can come forward to plank, top of your push-up. Lower down, either knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. I'm gonna just do that 2 more times, just to warm up the shoulders a little bit more. Come forward to plank, lower down. Inhale into your back bend. And press back into down dog. And one more time. And again, if you need to modify, right, you can always lower the knees, chest, chin. Open it up. And press back to your down dog. Stay there and breathe for a moment, just catching your breath. Full inhales, full exhales. Taking your right leg, you're gonna sweep that leg through. Bring it as close to your left wrist as possible, right? So if it's down here, try to walk it up as high as you possibly can. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and breathe. So you might find that the arms and shoulders start to fire up, and that's okay. Just breathe. Exhale, lower that down. Step back into your down dog. Switching, you're gonna take your left foot, place it by the right wrist. Again, stay on the ball of the foot of the back leg and reach the arms up. That will be your right arm up to the ceiling. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, release that down. Press back into your down dog. Take your flow, come forward to plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. And press back into your down dog. And from here, just take a quick child's pose. So you open up the knees wide, big toes touch. Get the hips as close to the heels as possible. Walk your fingertips forward, release the forehead to the floor, and just breathe. Deep inhales, deep exhales. So this will just help to stretch out the arms for the next pose. Take another deep inhale and slowly press back into your down dog. We're going to take our side plank, so rolling over to the edge of the foot. So we're going to do it on the right side. So you'll roll to the right hand, outer edge of your right foot. And I'll give you some modifications. So if you can, you're going to stack the feet, lifting up. opening up through the chest. If you have trouble doing this, you can place the top leg halfway between your foot and your ankle, making sure the foot is far enough out in front that the ankle is right underneath the knee. You'll press into the floor, so now you have 3 points of balance to work with. If you need to modify further, you can lower the bottom knee down to the floor, extend the top leg and the top arm. So of course, stay in side plank as long as you can. If you need to come out of it earlier, come out of it earlier. And slowly release that, press back into your down dog. Over to the other side. So I'm gonna back you. All right, so again, setting the feet. Really work on lifting up through the hips. So if you're sinking your hips down towards the floor, really work on pressing the floor away, lifting and opening up, and breathe. Oop. Little wobble. Again, if you need to modify, either bring the top leg to the front or lower the bottom leg. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, release that down, press back into your down dog. And take your flow. So come forward to plank, lower on your exhale, inhale to your back bend, and press back to your down dog. And come on down to your hands and knees. All right, guys, how are we feeling? Hopefully good, right? So we're gonna move on to help open up the shoulders and the back. We're gonna do our camel pose, right? So you're gonna start on the knees, and we're gonna tuck the toes under. I'm gonna do about 3 of them, and with each one, we're gonna hopefully get a little bit deeper, right? And I'll talk you through that. So take your time, again, go as far as you can. So sitting up nice and tall, you want the hips over the knees, engaging through your core, right? So you don't want to start with the hips back, right? So engage through the center of the body. Deep inhale. On your exhale, just reach back one at a time towards the ankle or heel of each foot, right? Once you are there, your goal is to shift the hips forward, open up the chest, and reach back. Try not to drop the head, so keep the head attached and breathe. All right, you should feel that full stretch. If you can't reach all the way, you can always bring the hands right on the thighs and work on opening up through the chest. All right, so you go as deep as you can. Take another deep inhale and slowly come up. As you come up, try to have hips, spine, shoulders, head should be the last to come up. All right? So again, we're gonna do it 2 more times, just going a little bit deeper. So this time, if you would like to, you can untuck the toes. If the first one was way too deep for you, just stay with the toes tucked under. All right? So second one, if you can, you'll untuck the toes. That helps get you down a little bit deeper. One at a time, reach back for the ankles. Again, take a deep inhale and press the hips forward, open up through the chest. Breathe. Take another deep inhale. And slowly come up, releasing the feet one at a time. Head should be the last to come up. Whew. All right, guys. We have 1 more to do, all right? So this one, again, if that was deep enough for you and you're like, no more, Lisa, I can't go any further, just do what you're already doing. But if you want to go a little bit deeper into it, right, you'll start the same way with the toes tucked under. You'll reach back one at a time, hips forward, and this time you'll start to walk the fingertips forward. So your goal is to start walking in towards your ankles. I'm sorry, those are knees. All right, so walk the fingertips towards your knees as you open up and breathe. Take another deep inhale and slowly come on up, one at a time. Woo! Yes, camel pose, right? So again, that helps to open up the chest, helps to stretch out through the back, right? And also helps to tone those thighs as well, which is always a good thing. All right? So then we're gonna go straight into wild thing. So what I'm gonna do is show it to you first. So please just sit and watch as I explain how to get into it. And then after that, I'll show you a way how that you can get into it and you can play around. I usually call this playtime, right? And you just play around with it and see what you can do. And we'll take side plank into some variations if you're ready for that, into wild thing, right? And I'll show you that. So watch first and then I'll talk you through it, all right? So let me see what's my good side. So we'll start in down dog and we'll come into our plank. All right, so again, if you need to modify, you can modify by bringing that top leg to the front or lower down. And any of the modifications for side plank, you can still take into your wild thing, right? If you have your side plank and you want to play around with it a little bit more, some of the variations that you can do is lifting the leg up. You can bring it into your tree, right? If we did a big toe extension last time, if you want to try that, you'll hold the big toe and extend the leg up and breathe, right? So any of those that you want to try, again, play around with it. If you fall out of it, come back into it, try it again, right? It's not a race, right? So you take your time, you go as far as you can, you stay as long as you can, right? It's about challenging yourself to see how long you can stay in that one pose, right? So side plank, any of the variations or modifications that you need to do, right? From there, and I'll show it in both directions, from there, wherever you are, you're gonna step the top leg behind you, right? And you're gonna place that foot flat. So the back knee is bent, the front leg is straight. From here, you're gonna press the top of the foot down into the floor. You're gonna press into the floor with the hand, with both of your feet, to lift up through the hips, right? Back bend, same as camel pose. You're gonna lift up and open and reach the top arm. Voila! Right, so wild thing. And when you're ready to come out of that, you lower your hips, you swing around into your down dog, right? And then you're ready for the other side, right? So we'll try it together. I'll do my other side, right? You can either do the same right side, left side. Just make sure you get both sides of your body, all right? So I'll talk you through down dog. And again, if you want to stay longer than I'm calling it, stay longer. Come into your side plank when you're ready. Again, play around with it, right? So if you want to take any variations, right? If you want to do all of them, right? You can do all of them. Right? Maybe I'm not ready on this side, right? But it happens, right? That's why we call it playtime, right? So that you can work on it, right? Nobody's ever perfect, right? So we always have to work on everything. When you're ready, step the top leg to the back, press down, lift and open up the chest, reach back. Find that opening, stay as long as you feel comfortable. Breathe. And when you're ready, lower the hips, press back into your down dog, and try the other side. Yay! So that's wild thing, yes. So it's a lot of fun, as I said, it takes a lot, right? It takes a lot of energy, right? A lot of strength, but it's also very expressive, so you get to give a lot of yourself, right? So it's kind of like yin and yang, both ways, right? Whole circle, yes. So thank you for joining me. This was challenge 4, yes. So come back tomorrow for challenge 5, and